All right, we are back, and we're going to be talking about what is the most reliable truck, kind of, sort of, but this is from IC Cars. We want to really see, they got some information on here that's going to tell us what the projected mileage your truck is expected to last for, okay? And they use their own reliability analysis. It says right here, see how we rank these cars. They go through here and they explain it all for you. Reliability score. The reliability score represents an analysis of IC Cars proprietary research on the longest lasting vehicles. Okay, their value retention scores is based on our data science team's statistical analysis and prediction of 5-year depreciation from MSRP to determine which cars hold their value the best using U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics data to adjust for inflation. So they're doing pretty good at this. Okay, IC Cars is a big company. It's a search engine. It's pretty powerful, and they usually do pretty well on these things. They're highly respected in the automotive world. Let's put it that way. So what do they rank in here? We're going to see what they list as the most reliable trucks here. We'll do midsize today. We're going to talk about midsize, but they're going to show us that. But then we're going to break down and dive into each one and see what their projected value and projected mileage life expectancy is. So here's our list of cars too. So mid-size trucks, most reliable mid-size trucks. Let's see the full list. Okay, they're calling as they score it here. Honda Ridgeline is number 1. Okay, and we're going to break into all of these on a detailed level for you in a minute. But Honda Ridgeline number 1. They don't give you a lot of these specs here till we dive in deeper, which I have all those lined up for us. But Honda Ridgeline is number 1. Tacoma, this is 2024 stuff. They're basing this, but you can also see these little hints they give you here, okay? Number 1, if it's number 1 in best family midsize trucks, number 1 in best midsize trucks, number 1 in safest midsize trucks for the Honda Ridgeline, okay? Number 2 is the Tacoma. Number 1, best gas mileage midsize truck. Number 1, midsize truck with the best resale value. Okay. Number 1 out of 7 with midsize trucks with the longest beds. Okay. And then coming in number 3 is the Ranger. Number 1 in midsize trucks with the most horsepower. Number 1 of 4 best American midsize trucks. 2 of 7 best gas mileage midsize truck. GMC Canyon coming in at number 4. Number 2, best midsize truck for towing. 2 of 7 for mid-size trucks with the most horsepower, 2 of 7 for the most comfortable mid-size truck. Nissan Frontier comes in at number 5. 2 of 7 truck with the longest beds. Number 2, most affordable mid-size. Number 3, mid-size truck with the most horsepower. It's interesting. Okay. And we go to here. We have the Colorado. Okay, that must be starting horsepower, I'm assuming. I'm guessing. Because the Colorado beats that, the Ford beats that, and the Tacoma beats that. So must be, anyway, that's what we got on here. Colorado comes in number 6. It is number 1 best midsize for towing. It is number 1 most affordable midsize, and it is number 1 most comfortable midsize. Nice. Jeep Gladiator, number 1 best midsize truck for tall people, best off-road midsizer, and best mid-size truck with the most leg room. Okay, so this is their chart here. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. Not available on a Reliable. Oh, they don't have enough info on it. Probably because it's only been out for a few years, and they're pulling information from in the past too here, and you got to understand that it's the only way to make something, and they're trying to predict it and carry it over. It's just the way these things are. But so let's break down each one of these individually. I have them done here for you already, so we go right here. Honda Ridgeline. Okay, here's the Ridgeline here. Actually, that's the same list. Sorry, I already did that. Here it is. Here's the Ridgeline. So we look at the Ridgeline right here. You can get the overview of it right here, what they're going to talk about. Consistently ranks in the top of various lists, making it stand out in its category. It's considered the best family midsize, best midsize truck overall, and the most reliable midsize truck. This indicates that it excels in terms of family-friendly features, overall performance, and reliability. Its top ranking in these categories suggests it outperforms other similar vehicles in these areas. Therefore, the Honda Ridgeline is a top choice for those seeking a midsize truck. Okay, cool. They're giving it a reliability score of 9.3 and a retained value of 8.2. Now right here, see, this is interesting. Average lifespan, they're expecting it to survive 13.6 years. Okay, reliability ranking here is 9.1, but it's 9.3 here. That's interesting. how that works out. But they're saying the average lifespan is 205,000 miles. Okay, so it's an probability of reaching 200,000 miles, 51.2%. Okay, and they give you the depreciation, they give you the details on here, so it's kind of interesting. And they're combining all this stuff to make that. Where does the next truck stand? Let's look at a 24 Tacoma. Now, obviously, it's too early to be able to know any of this stuff yet, but they are predicting. They are basing it on all of this stuff in their algorithms and everything like that. So it's all we have to go on right now. Nobody's going to know the reliability of a 24 Tacoma until like 10 years from now, 8 years from now. Until then, all they can do is predictions, and that's what we have here for us. But it's interesting. Reliability, they're calling it a 9.2. Retained value, 9.1. Okay, that's pretty good. Reliability here, again, is off by 1. It's 9.3. And they're calling this one a lifespan of 14.7 years and 215,000 miles. Will it make it? We don't know. They're calling it a 51% chance to make it to 200,000. So if we look back at this Ridgeline and we look at that, this one, the Tacoma, is technically supposed to live longer, go more miles, and better chance of making it to 200,000 than what the Honda is. What about the Ranger? We dive into the Ranger right here, okay? And you can read this stuff if you want to. I'm not going to read this for all of them, okay? But you can read into this if you want to. Just pause it. They're giving this one a 8.8. So the Ranger's dropping down pretty significantly, and at 8.6 for retained value. They're calling this, though, they're saying 14.3-year lifespan, 190,000 miles, and probability of 39, or almost 40%, 39.3% of 200K. And then we go over, and we'll bounce back to these again at the end if you need to, but I want to make sure you're getting all your stuff here for whatever vehicle you're interested in. Here we have the Canyon. Okay, Canyon's getting an 8.4 reliability with a retained value of 8.5. Okay, so we put that together. They're calling it for 13.5 years and 183,000 miles and a 37.8% chance of making it to 200,000 miles. What do we got over here at the Frontier? Frontier said 8.4 and 8.5 for reliability and retained value. They're saying this is only going to make it for 12.2 years, and it's going to make it for 175,000 miles and a 34.4% chance of making it to 200,000. When we get to this one, the Colorado, it's funny how the Colorado and the Canyon differ. They're the same exact truck, but this one, here we're at 8.3 reliability and 8.5 retained value. What was the GMC? GMC was 8.4 and 8.5. That's interesting. Okay. And here the GMC was 13 and a half years, 185 and 37.8. What is this at? 12.6 years. So it loses a year for some reason. And it loses 10,000 miles down to 176,000. And it goes down to 35%. What was the Canyon? I'm curious. 37.8. That makes no sense to me. I don't understand some of this stuff. But again, this is predicted. It's all we have to go on so far. So it's interesting. What about the Gladiator? Gladiator doesn't have enough data on it right here. It doesn't have enough data. So the Gladiator, if you're looking for info on a Gladiator, you don't get any. What's it say it's the best in? It says it's #1 best in trucks for tall people, #1 in best off-road truck, #1 best mid-size truck with the most legroom, #2 mid-size truck with the best resale value, #3, best mid-size truck for towing. #4, most comfortable mid-size. #5, mid-size with the most horsepower. #6, most affordable mid-size. I wonder who's 7 is. Who's the most worst for affordable mid-size truck? And #7 comes in last for gas mileage. I'm going to go ahead and click on this list because I'm curious who is the most affordable. Let's see what that list shows us. #1 most affordable is the Colorado because they got that work truck version. #2 is the Frontier. #3 is the Tacoma. #4 is the Ranger. Because they're doing all their packing. You got the Sport model. #5 is the GMC. #6 is the Gladiator. #7 is the Ridgeline. Comes in at the most expensive. Interesting. But anyway, here's just a little quick, interesting little tidbit for you to read on what these are. In IC Cars, you can see the info right up here if you want to go dive into it for yourself. But I've been playing all in their list for a while, and they always do a pretty good job. So here you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.